Okay, we're on.
We'll call the July 2nd, 2020 Board of Zoning Appeals meeting to order. To begin, we'll do a roll call for attendance that will cover the meeting for other items as well. Gillian Fischbach.
I'm here.
Jeff Fletchauer.
I'm here.
Frank Jones.
Here.
Joel Tomlin.
I'm here.
And Jonathan Langley here. First order of business, I'd like to entertain a motion to add a non-agenda item to the agenda entitled Resolution 2020-118, a resolution declaring that the Board of Zoning Appeals members shall meet on July 2nd, 2020 and conduct its essential business by electronic means rather than being required to gather a quorum of the members physically present in the same location because it is necessary to protect the health, safety, and welfare of Tennesseans in light of the COVID-19 outbreak. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
So Frank Jones made the motion. Is there a second?
I second.
That's Jeff Fletchauer with a second. So we'll go through the vote now, starting with Frank Jones.
Aye.
It's an aye for Frank Jones. Gillian Fischbach.
Aye.
That's an aye from Gillian. Jeff Fletchauer.
Aye.
It's an aye for Jeff. Joel Tomlin.
Aye.
It's an aye for Joel. And Jonathan Langley, aye. So we've added that item. So next, I'll entertain a motion to adopt Resolution 2020-118. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Gillian with a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
That's Joel Tomlin, I believe, with a second.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go through the roll call. I'll start with Frank Jones.
Aye.
That's Frank with an aye. Gillian.
Aye.
That's Gillian with an aye. Jeff.
Aye.
Jeff with an aye. Joel Tomlin.
Aye.
Joel with an aye. And Jonathan Langley with an aye. Next, I'm going to read through an announcement for limited public access. So bear with me for a couple minutes here. The Board of Zoning Appeals meeting will limit physical access in the meeting room due to current limitations on public gatherings to prevent further spread of COVID-19 and to protect the health, safety, and welfare of the City of Franklin officials, staff, and citizens. Accommodations have been made to ensure that the public is able to participate in the meeting. The public may participate in the following ways. They can watch the meeting on Franklin TV or the City of Franklin website. They can watch the live stream through the City of Franklin YouTube account. Emailed comments were accepted until 8 a.m. this morning. These email comments have been provided in full to the commission and are included in the minutes, but will not be read aloud in their entirety during the meeting. Phone comments will be taken during public comment period by calling 615-550-8343. Again, that number is 615-550-8343. In-person comments will be allowed in City Hall. Citizens will be directed to watch the meeting from the hallway until their item is ready for full consideration. Staff will assist in directing citizens to form a line to speak on an item. Line spacing should be 6 feet apart and masks are encouraged. Next item is consideration of approval of the May 7th, 2020 meeting minutes. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
That's
To
Joel
approve.
Tomlin. Thank you, sir. That's Joel Tomlin with a motion to approve the minutes. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay. Thanks, Frank. So Frank with with a second. Sorry,
I
Jeff
think it
with a
was
second.
Jeff.
Yep, so Jeff with a second. So going through the roll call, I'll start with Gillian.
Aye.
Gillian with an I. Jeff.
Aye.
Jeff with an I. Frank.
Aye.
Joel.
Aye.
And Jonathan, aye. So the minutes are approved. We'll move next to public comment. Are there any citizen comments? And I'll pause here. We also have the phone lines open, so we're coordinating that just to make sure we don't have callers.
Mr. Chair, no one is on the public line.
Okay. It's a good thing you found the phone, right? Is there a motion to close the public comment?
Move to
I
close
make
the
a
public
motion to
comment.
close.
So I have Gillian with a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, Jeff with a second. So going through the roll call, Gillian.
Aye.
So it's Gillian with an I. Jeff.
Aye.
Jeff with an I. Frank.
Aye.
Frank with an I. Joel.
Aye.
And so I've got Joel with an I and Jonathan with an I as well. So next, it's our main item on the agenda tonight. It's going to be an appeal of an administrative decision regarding an interpretation of the floodway fringe overlay district boundaries based on a Federal Emergency Management Agency letter of map revision based on fill for the property located at 151 Franklin Road. Staff?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The applicant is requesting an appeal of administrative decision to interpret the city's FFO boundaries for the property located at 151 Franklin Road in the Splendor Ridge subdivision. The request is based on the letter of map revision based on fill document issued by FEMA on June 1st of 2020. The zoning ordinance states that the FFO boundaries shall coincide with the boundaries of the 100-year floodplain, excluding floodways, as adopted in section 17.6, entitled Floodplain Protection. This request is for the BZA to interpret the FFO boundary based on the FEMA-approved floodplain boundary change as identified in the Lomar F document. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, staff. So next we'll move to the applicant. So is there an applicant on that would like to speak on this item?
Yes, hi, my name is Greg Gamble, representing the owner and developer of Splendor Ridge, and happy to answer any questions you may have.
Okay. Thank you. So next we'll move to public comment. Are there any citizen comments? And again, we'll pause for checking the telephone lines.
Is there anyone on the line?
There are no public comments tonight.
Okay, thanks, Kelly. So this time I'll entertain a motion to close the public comment. Do I have a motion?
Motion to close public comment.
So I have Jeff with a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second.
I have Gillian with a second. Going through the roll call, starting with Gillian.
Aye.
Gillian with an I. Jeff.
Aye.
Jeff with an I. Frank.
Aye.
Frank with an I. Joel.
Aye.
Joel with an I. And Jonathan with an I as well. So now that we've closed the public comment portion of the meeting, I'll entertain a motion on the appeal of the administrative decision. Do I have a motion?
Motion to accept.
So I have a motion made by Jeff. Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Joel. So going through the roll call vote, so we'll start with Gillian.
Aye.
Gillian with an I. Jeff.
Aye.
Jeff with an I. Frank.
Aye.
Joel.
Aye.
Okay, so that was Frank with an I and Joel with an I and Jonathan with an I as well. It's 5-0. So that's our only item. So I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Is there a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
So that's Jeff with the motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, I've got a second by Frank. So going through the roll call vote, Gillian.
Aye.
Gillian with an I. Jeff.
Aye.
Jeff with an I. Frank.
Aye.
Frank with an I. Joel.
Aye.
Joel with an I. And Jonathan with an I as well. So that concludes the July 2nd, 2020 Board of Zoning Appeals meeting. Everybody have a great 4th of July.